And welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. I'm going to exit out, and here let's create the rest of the widget. So let's come in here. I'm going to grab this one because that already has labels, and yeah, it's going to be right there. Okay, this very widget, I'm going to call that member ID. So let's come in here, change that to member ID, and change all of this to member ID. There we go, right there, and this is going to be member ID. Now let's change the, okay, that is going to be the frame, inner frame. Okay, come right down here and change this to inner frame here, and we have another inner frame here. So for the member ID, that is going to, whoa, the wrong inner place. Undo that and undo that. I was meant to change this. Inner place and inner place here. Now the row for the member ID, that's 00, strictly west, and make that about 5. Okay, now let's see what about the text? Okay, inner place is right. Change this. No, this one should be, I'm going to change that there. Okay, what about the width? We make that about maybe 30 something. Let's say 35, and we take it from there. What about the ID? I'm going to come in here, variable, that will be member ID. Member ID. I think it's called mem ID anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I think that might be all with that. Get rid of this. And I'm just going to try it out. Run. Let's see. There we go. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to copy and paste it for the others. So grab this, and this is going to be for the first name. Paste that in there, and let's change this to first name. Right, first name. Grab that, and this is first name as well. First name here, and first name everywhere. There, and here, I think the variable is called first name. Yeah. Okay, and what about this? This is, that will be row 1. Row 1. And first name is right inside the inner frame as well. So let's run it. Run. Okay, looking good. Looking good. That's fine. So I'm gonna copy the first and just change it for the surname. Change that to surname, and this is 1, this will be 2, 2 and a 2 here. That will be surname. And change all of this to surname. Surname, surname. There we go. Okay, let's run. Run. Let's see. Now we need to change this one. That should be surname. Okay. Run. Alright, that's looking good. Okay, let's add a bit of space to this, because when you guys look at it, let me show it to you. You see there isn't much space in there. Let's run it and see. Come on, where are you? There we go. You see, I'm just going to kind of like add a bit of space. Alright, let's start with the member ID. So I'm going to come in here, the member ID just beside. Okay, maybe here. Just change that to BD, make that 5. Right. Now what about the font? No, okay, I'll leave that. Then here, let's add another BD here. So I'm just going to speed that up and get back to you guys. And let's just run this, then you see how that's looking. Then we take it from there. So it's just all about the widgets now. Oh, there's a comma missing here. Right, now run. Let's see. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest and get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, that is it all done now. Let's make it look more presentable. And if you come right down here, I've actually finished up with the rest of the widgets. Okay, from surname, address, postcode, or PO box or whatever. Come right down. Gender, email. Okay, if you look at the gender, I've actually added combo box. So that is how you create your own combo box. It's not difficult. Right. Okay. Come right down. That's the email widget. Telephone number. Okay. So this address, let's change that to type. That will be for this very combo box. That is a type. LBL type, LBL type here as well. Okay, let's run that again. Alright, that's fine. Okay then, let's add some buttons here. So that shouldn't be of a problem. I already have some buttons right here. Where are they? Underneath the search. There we go. I'm going to copy that very button, grab that, and I am going to enter it inside button frame. Okay, come right down here, just paste it here, and that is going to be button frame. Copy. There, button frame. We'll change it to run. Anyway, maybe this might be add new. So we can change this one to add new. So let's run it and see how that's going to look like. First of all, just for you guys to see what is there. So click on run. Run without debug. Let's see. So the first button should be there. Let's see what error. Where's that error? All right, here, unknown name. There we go. Cadet. How? I just copied it. So let's go up there. Should I? Just a copied work. Let's see. Yeah. Why did I have double in there? I don't know. Okay, let's run it again and see. There we go. That's our very first button. So close that. I'm going to copy and paste that button around. So this is meant to be 0. So we copy and paste it. Then we change the names around. And let's add 2 more. I'm going to change the width to 11, 11, and 11. Okay. Now, this is 0. This one is 0. So this will be 1. Column 1, column 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Let's add a bit of space to it. Run it first, then I'll just kind of like enhance the look. Right. And just give it a proper name. Alright, let's run it. Where is run? Right here. Run. It's coming up. There we go. Look at the buttons. So I'm now going to just speed up the buttons, change the names, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, that's my button all taken care of. I'm going to copy this. Let's copy that and bring it down here. There. Okay, so everything is in place now, apart from, let's run it first though, apart from the Treeview. So let's come right here. The Treeview will be underneath the button. So let's run without debug. There we go. It's looking good. We're coming up gradually. Okay, let's create a Treeview, then we take care of the database. So right here. And we just need to smoothen up all these edges and so on. That's no big deal. So exit out first. Now right underneath here, I'm going to enter my Treeview right there. The Treeview. Yeah, that's right. The Treeview is right underneath the button. Okay, right in there. So let's say I'm going to call it scroll underscore y. Okay, and it's going to be a scroll bar. That is the widget, and this very widget will be a child or will be resident inside Treeview frame, comma, let's say orient equals vertical. There we go. And that's my Treeview. So now let's create the Treeview widget itself. So for this Treeview widget, I'm going to call it maybe member. Let's say self.preview Treeview member or member Treeview. So we can say equals ttk dot Treeview. Or let's just change it to member record, something like that. Yeah, member record, member underscore records. Yeah, member underscore records. Alright. So member underscore records is going to be a child, or it's going to be inside Treeview frame. Comma the height, I'm going to make that about maybe 12. It can be changed. Comma column equals columns. It's going to be equals as follows. Here are the data that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to call the very first one member ID. That's the very first one. Should be in a quote. Enter a comma there. The second one is going to be called first name. Okay, comma. And the third one is going to be called surname. We'll have about 9 of those. We have address. Then we'll call this PO box. Then we have as follows: gender, comma, gender, mobile, let's say email, M type, that will be member type there, and that's it. So I'm going to come out here and just say comma, so Y scroll command equals this dot set. Paste that here. Also dot set. Okay, first part of it taken care of. Now let's take care of the scroll. Now we need to get it packed. Scroll dot pack. That will be side equals right. And field equals Y. That's for the vertical one. Okay. Now I'm going to get self underscore members. Let's allocate all of our columns now. Headings. Let's do the headings for dot headings. That is going to be member ID, comma, and the text that will be in there is going to be equals member ID. That's the very first one taken care of. I can just copy this and repeat it for the other. So copy and paste. Need 9 of those. Copy. Copy again to speed up things. And just change it around. Right, I'm going to change the details around now. I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, that is it taken care of. Now let's round up this heading. So I'm going to say member. Let's copy that. Paste that in there. Member, and I would like it to show the headings equals heading. There. Okay, now let's define all our columns. I'm going to grab one of these and just change it around. So come right down here, paste. So this will become column. There, that's the column, and inside the column there, I'm going to now enter the width there. Change that to the column width equals, let's go for 148. There we go. That's the very first one taking care of. The rest I'm just going to copy and change it around. Copy, paste. Yeah. And I'll change that around and get back to you guys. There we go. My columns are defined. Okay. Now let's get it packed though. So I'm going to come in here and I will say save.packed. And that is going to be filled on both sides. Comma extend equals 1. Okay. Now let's do one more thing. I'm going to get it binded as well. Dot bind. Since I'm going to be making use of the left key, I'm going to enter button release equal button release minus 1. Button release minus, that should be released though. Minus 1. Right. I will end it for now until I create my methods. Okay, so let's run it. I'm still going to have to call a method so that I can just click on it and display everything here. So have a good look at the tree view. Take it from the top here. That's the tree view. So bring it down and down. That's the tree view. There. So I'm going to run it. Come in here. Run. There we go. Looking good so far. Alright, exit out. Now let's create a database. I'm going to open up my SQL. Okay, I can use this one, but let's create a new one for those that don't know how to create the database inside my SQL. Okay, let's create a new database. So I'm going to click on this schema here to create a new one, and I'll just call it membership. There we go. Right, that is fine. Let's hope I don't have another membership here. Yeah, I do have one, so I can call these. Let's change it. No, I'm going to call it club member. Okay, that's fine. Club member. Yeah. There. Okay, that is going to be the name of my database, club member. Now let's click on apply. Oh, okay, it doesn't accept. Okay, I'm going to cancel that and just, okay, it's officially lowercase already. That's fine. Click on that and just click on apply. Okay, finish. It only accepts lowercase, and that is why. Where is my club member? Let's go in here. There we go. That's the club member. Okay, I'm going to now right click on the table and let's create a table. And in there, that is my table. It has to be in lowercase as well though. There. Now drop this double vertical arrow down. Okay, I'm going to now enter the name of my very first field in there. So that's going to be member ID, and I'm going to select primary key and there is going to be unique, and right underneath here the next one is going to be first name. The first name. Okay, that's 45, that's all right. Now let's go for surname. And right here, let's go for the address. There we go, just like I have inside my Treeview there. Now I'm going to go for gender. And then we have mobile here. There, and underneath here that's going to be email. And finally, I'm just going to call that M type. That should be member type, so that is fine. There. I'm now going to click on apply, and let's click on apply again, and that is it. My database is ready to be used. It's successful. Click on finish. There we go, and that's it. So if let's go back to the VS coding now. So I'm going to minimize that, and right here I'm going to go right underneath all my widgets here. Right here, that's fine. No, maybe here. I'm going to copy this very line and just paste it right here. Okay, right here, the first thing that I am going to do now is I'm going to create a function that I will call show records. There, and this very function, let's say SQL, that is just a variable, SQL connect equals PySQL MySQL and dots connect, and is going to be host equals, that will be local host. All of those details, you should be able to see them in your workbench. Then what about user? User, that will be equals root. There. And after that, password, depend on whatever password you have. So my password for my database is 12345. There, that's my password, and I'm just going to enter that in a quote. That is it. That's my password there. Now the database name is, that's important, so let's make sure we get it right. It's called club member, so that should be in quote as well. There. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to say the current equals MySQL, or no, SQL connects dots cursor. Then we now want to get it executed right there. Okay, now what else do we want? Let's use SQL statements. Say select all from the database called club member. There we go. Right. Now let's say result equals We now want to fetch it. So I think that's it right there. Fetch up. There we go. So let's use an if statement here. If len result is not equals to 0, then self dot member record, that is my Treeview, dot delete, let's say self dot member record, there we go, dot get child here, and enter parenthesis in there. That's fine. So I'm now going to use a for loop for, let's say, no, this should have been indented, and get this indented as well. So for row in result set.member record, come right down here, paste that in here, dot insert comma end comma values equals row. There we go. Now I'm going to say SQL.comments. We just need to get it to comments now. .commit. There we go. And I'm also going to close it. Dot close. There, that's fine. That's looking good. Okay, the other thing we need to now do is to get whatever data I have inside my widget straight into the Treeview. And to do this, I'm just going to call them let's say member info. That's member info. And actually to get it evaluated first. So we say view info, and that, oh, that should be indented though. That is equals self dot member. There. Dot, let it get focus. Now let's declare a variable we'll call len data that is equals self dot member record dot item, and that is going to be the view information info. There we go. Now for the row equals len data and data that value. Grab the value, write values with an S. Okay, now what else do we need? We now need to assign all of my variables that is up there. Let's come in here and just copy those. Where are they? This ones, I'm going to grab all of them up to here. Grab all of them. And come right down here and paste according to how I'm going to arrange it. Let's see if I can get it indented. There, the member type, grab that, that'll be right underneath here. And this is going to be dot set, and row is going to be the first array 0, and the same thing applies to the rest. So I'm just going to copy that and change it for the rest. There we go, and just change it around. Let's speed that up, and that is it. So these two, I'm going to have to call them inside the, that should be member info, inside the Treeview. So let's grab this, and the other one is going to be the show records. Okay, let's go for this Treeview. So the show record will be right underneath here. Show record, I think that's how it's written. And here I'm going to enter the member info there, and that's the show records. Okay, so it's looking good so far, and let's make sure it is saved there. Alright, so let's see first before we run it. So let's come in here. Oh dear, there's a comma missing there. Yep. Alright. Okay, so far it's looking good. Now let's run it and just see. We might, even if we enter anything now, we still, okay, since there's no error, that is fine, but none of these are doing anything yet, so let's exit out. Okay guys, I had to speed up the functions. Here is the update function itself, so have a good look at it. That's for the update. Now I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There, that's for the update. Now I have the delete function. There we go. From here down here, that's the delete function. And I've also called the reset. I'm going to show you the reset function very soon. There we come down here. This is the search function. Okay, all we then need to do is to link up all of these functions to their various buttons. There we go. There. And that's all for the function. So let's go up here so that you guys will see the functions for the exit, reset. Those are simple anyway. And the random number generator functions. Okay, those are the various functions. Alright, so let's go right up there. That is the random number function, and here that is reset, and finally exit. So all we need to do now is just to call all of these various functions in their respective buttons. Okay, so let's have a good look at the lines of code, and let's go straight to the buttons. Buttons, this is the search, so let's take care of the search first. So let's go and look for the search function. Delete this, I'm not gonna need it. I might need it, I don't know. But let's come down here. Where is the search? Okay, this is exit, so let's take care of exit. I've already copied that anyway. So that's command equals I exit. That is done. Get rid of that. There. That is exit. And reset is command equals reset as well. So let's take care of that here. Command equals reset. Now delete. command equals delete db here. Then we have update. Let's say update equals update. Yeah, so we're getting somewhere. Show records, that will show record as well. Let's show, no, we need equals show record. Add new, paste that in there, equals add new. There we go. Now just one more, the search. Let's carefully look for the search. This is the search function, the search db, so I might as well grab it. There we go. That is my search right there. So in here I'm going to enter search right there, comma, command equals undo whatever I just done, command equals paste, no, undo that. So search db anyway, search db, I believe that is it right here. That should be search db. There we go. Right, so I'm going to save that and just try that out and see. Hopefully there's no error. Okay, let's see, take it from the top, bring it down, initialize variables, exit function, reset, randomize or random number, frames, widget, the title widget, barcode, slash, and the other widgets, list box and entry widget. Okay, we're going to have to try this out. Okay, the functions, show record function, member information function, update function. At the same time making sure there's no error in there. Then the delete function, search function, okay, look at the buttons. Right underneath the button is the Treeview. And that is all there is to it. Okay then, let's run it. Click on run. There we go. Okay, it's telling me the local variable or the function search db was referenced before assigned, so I know why. I have my search. Let's look for the search again. I have it up there somewhere. Okay, I think that is it. I'm going to move it all the way. Let's grab it so that it's going to be right down here. Let's come right down here. Let's keep going right here. I can paste it right here anyway. Yeah, paste it there. Alright, hopefully that should take care of that. Okay, now that that is done, let's try it again. I'm going to, let's run it and see. Run. There we go, guys. That is nice. So let's enter whatever in there. Yep, and name is, let's say Peter Pan. And address number 21 Milky Highway. And the gender is male, so telephone number, let's go for 07 whatever, and postcode. Email, that's peter@gmail.com. There. So decision time, and there we go, guys. And you can see the barcode and the message box saying record entered successfully. Click on OK. See that? There we go. And that is it, guys. We can even, let's try out the search. Let's enter 3747 82 and search. There, you see. And let's click on reset, and there. Now I'm not going to bother enter any ID number because it generates its own ID number. So let's say the name is Larry Soul, and in here his address is, let's say, Kingsland Road, London. Mail, telephone number, address or postcode. Email, soul@gmail.com. And member type is annual member. There. Let's click on add. There we go. Look at Larry Soul's details there. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this very beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. Believe me, there are a lot of benefits if you're a member. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.